So what we will be going to study today will be about the dietary fiber as well as water. What are the importance of this dietary fiber and water? And to begin with, we can see that even though we do not speak much about that, without water and fiber, it is really difficult because you know what is the importance of water. Water is actually constituting nearly 60% of our body weight. So without water, our body will get weaker. Now about the importance of water, we will be discussing that. And before that, we'll see what are the importance of dietary fiber, because fiber is actually, what is actually fiber? When we eat something, for example, if we are eating certain type of vegetable, there will be certain fibers in that. Some in Malayalam we call narugal. And the problem with these fibers is that they will not be digested by our stomach. They remain undigested. So this undigested substance will remain in our stomach. So please listen here once again. So importance of fiber is that fiber is helping in bowel. Bowel means our intestine. The health of your intestine. Then it helps in controlling your blood sugar and also helping in lowering cholesterol. So if you eat a lot of fiber rich food, especially fruits and nuts, etc., they will be containing a lot of fiber. That will help you to reduce your cholesterol level as well as reduce your blood sugar level. Then it maintains hydration. I will come to that also. I think, and also helping regulating your temperature. The overall. So these are some of the major functions of fiber. Here you can see that what are the importance of fiber. First one is digestive health. As I told you, fiber remains undigested. They cannot be digested by our intestinal juices. So they will remain undigested. So they will be forming a hard solid material, and the function of this undigested material is that more amount of this undigested material in your stomach, more water will be retained by your intestine, especially in your large intestine. If amount of water in the large intestine is less, what happens is that your stool or fecal matter become quite hard, and that will result in a situation of constipation or difficulty in eliminating it. So that problem is the main issue with the lack of fiber in your diet. So less fiber in your diet means more harder for you to go to the toilet. That problem will be always there. So fiber adds bulk to the stool. Stool means fecal matter, and help prevent constipation by keeping bowel movements regular. So that is one important advantage of dietary fiber. Second is that it helps in weight management. So if your food, especially if you are eating a lot of fruits, nuts, etc., the outer covering of nuts is actually rich in fiber, and fruits are also, especially papaya. Such type of fruits are also rich in fiber. Mango contain lots of fiber. Then pineapple contain lots of. Most of the fruits are actually rich in fiber, and this fiber gives more filling to, that is, if you are eating a lot of fruits, etc., even though you are eating the quantity wise, you are eating less, you feel fullness for your stomach. You feel that your stomach is full because of this fiber content. So high fiber food are more filling, reduce overeating. So if you are eating more fruits, the quantity of food that you are taking into your stomach will be actually less compared with rice or something. If you are eating rice, you will be eating more. But if you are eating fruits, you are eating actually less. So that is one advantage of eating fiber-rich fruits. That is why nutritionists, specialists always say that every day you should eat one plate of fruit. That is one plate at least once every day, either for breakfast, dinner, or lunch. You should have one plate of fruits. So that will give you sufficient amount of fruits, sufficient amount of fiber, and also nutrients and other minerals also for your body. So one problem is that weight management. At your age, weight management is something you don't need to think about much. But after 30, 35, your body stops growing, then it's only maintenance is there. So if you eat something, that is actually going to the maintaining your body, excess energy will be stored as fat. So after 35, most of the people find it extremely difficult in maintaining their body shape, especially because if you cannot maintain your body in a proper way, it not only looks bad for your appearance, it also creates unnecessary health problem, especially back pain. If too much weight is there, there is always a strong possibility of having back pain. If too much fat is there, there is chance of having cholesterol, higher blood pressure, and a lot of problems will simply come together if your weight is increasing. Now another is the blood sugar regulation. Soluble fiber shows sugar absorption, helping manage the blood sugar level and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. That is, if you are eating a food rich in fiber, this fiber will be present in your stomach and intestine, and that will be slowing down the intake of glucose into your blood. So that even though you are eating more, less amount of glucose will be actually entering into your bloodstream or into your blood. So that will be good for people with the diabetes or people with having blood sugar problem. So that is the advantage of that, because in India, diabetes is actually present in almost every family. Because if you look at least one member in your family may probably have a diabetes. So if your father or mother is having diabetes, you have to be careful, because there is 50% chance that you can get diabetes. So unless we take precautions, this kind of problem can create. Diabetes is one of the most complicated disease, because it is a disease that is affecting almost every system in your body. If diabetes there, your respiratory system, reproductive system, circulatory system, almost every system will be affected. So that is a problem with the diabetes. Now, next point is regarding the health of the heart or heart health. Fiber lowers cholesterol level, which reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease. So, the problem with the cholesterol is that if there is too much cholesterol in the food, this cholesterol gets deposited on the inner wall of the blood vessel, and that will be leading to a situation known as arteriosclerosis. And arteriosclerosis means if in the initial stage is simply thickening of the artery, but that can lead to a lot of deposition of cholesterol, and sometimes people say there is a block in my heart blood vessel. So that is a problem of too much cholesterol in your blood. Then cancer prevention. Diet rich in fiber are linked to lower risk of colorectal and other cancer. Colorectal means colon is a part of large intestine. The last posterior part of last part of large intestine is known as a colon. After colon comes the rectum, where the fecal matter are stored. And cancer affecting this region are sometimes common, especially weak people like Malayalis are eating a lot of spicy food, and because of that, in Kerala, the abdominal or stomach related cancer, especially intestinal related cancer, are somewhat higher than compared to the most of the other countries of the world. So we have to be careful, especially in this, because the spicy food can be one reason, and there could be also other reason. Many people say that it is the presence of impurities in our food. In everything that we eat, there is impurities. It is adulterated. Even if you purchase some rice flour, it is not completely pure. They will be putting some taste makers and these taste enhancing materials, because you may be certain companies are manufacturing certain food powder or idiyappam powder. If you make put or idiyappam with that company's flour powder, the taste will be different, even the softness will be different. So they may be doing something, it may not be completely natural. So that is how they are, and all this can add up to can create problems for your health. Then daily requirement, adults need 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day, and more, but most consume only 15 grams. So here comes the importance. Normally, by our normal food habits, we are taking only 15 grams of fiber, but we need nearly 35 grams, 25 to 35 grams. So we have to take double the fiber. So then only enough amount of fiber will be taken. That is why scientists, nutritionists are saying that you should have one plate of fruits. That is the best way. Other way by which you should every day you take fruit nuts like almond or other type of cashew nut or even coconut. Everything is actually rich in fiber. So nuts are is a good way of improving your fiber content. Other way is by eating lot of fruits, especially even eating lot of mangoes, etc. That is actually this is a type of mango. Mangoes are very inexpensive. Only problem with eating mango is that cutting the mango is the problem. So other time you can have a lot of pineapple. Pineapple is also less expensive. So such a less expensive fruits which are local in our area should be consumed to improve the fiber content in our food. Then these are the important legumes are the fruits, vegetable, nuts, seeds, whole grains. Because on the outer surface of the rice, the unpolished rice is actually good in a lot of fiber. Then a diet rich in fiber and sufficient water is crucial for maintaining digestive health. Fiber without water can be ineffective. Water without fiber may not optimize digestion. So here we have already discussed that points. And there are two types of fiber. One is soluble fiber, dissolves in water, forming a gel that slows the digestion, lower the cholesterol level. Insoluble fiber, they do not be dissolving in water, but helping food move efficiently through the digestive system. So this is how we can divide. Soluble fiber, they are dissolving in fiber, forming a gel-like medium. Whereas insoluble fiber, that will not dissolve, but it can retain lot of water in the stomach. So that more water in the large intestine, more easier will be the passage of food. Now coming to the functions of water. Water means mainly hydration and survival. 50 to 60% of your body weight is actually water. Women survive only a few days without water. That is why even when people are having a hunger strike, they take water. No water, it's difficult to live. So even without food, we can manage few days. But without water, managing is very, very difficult. That is why we have to take water. Then temperature regulation maintains food temperature through sweating and respiration. Because when we take water, the water is actually lost from your body by evaporation of your sweat. So that way, lot of water. Then during breathing out, also some amount of water is actually lost. The nutrient transport carries oxygen and nutrients to cell, removes waste products. So that is also an advantage of because without water, this supply of this blood volume will be reduced. So blood is actually transporting these nutrients and waste products to different areas. Then joint lubrication, essential for cartilage and synovial fluid, preventing stiffness because these joints then need joint. All these need enough amount of water. Then helps in saliva production. So if you don't drink, your saliva content will be reduced. Food breakdown, smooth bowel movements. So water is an important thing that we need. Then coming to cognitive and energy. Cognitive means intelligent, intellectual, and brain function. Adequate hydration improves the food, focus, mood, and energy. So that is one way by which you can improve the. So if you don't drink, that is why daily you have to drink 8 or 10 glasses of water. That way you can have adequate amount of water, especially clean water, not the soda or something else, just pure water you drink. Then water flushes toxins from your kidney, reduce the risk of kidney stones. So that is also a thing. Kidney stones is something that happens when if you don't take enough amount of water. Okay, that is regarding the kidney protection. So that means for not having kidney stones, you need sufficient quantity of water. Then daily intake, how much water you take? See, 2 to 3 liters per day. You know how much a liter. So that much amount of water you should take from beverages. Beverages means tea, coffee, etc. All beverages and alcohol food. So this is how the water is actually functioning. Then these are also same thing. Okay, so regarding you can expect two questions from here. Explain the importance of dietary fiber. You can expect, and also you can explain the importance of water. What are the functions and benefits of water? Okay.